Welcome to the Week in Armenia, where we break down the week's most important news and events. Here's what you need to know and why. Members of the California legislature meet with leaders in Armenia and the Nagorno-Karabakh Republic. Young engineers unveil the first electric car designed and assembled in Armenia. The Armenian government calls on bright young minds from Armenia and the diaspora to help shape the republic's development. We'll have more on these stories, plus highlights from CivilNet's reporting. Members of the California legislature are conducting a listening tour of Armenia and the Nagorno-Karabakh Republic. The delegation is meeting with local leaders to gain a better understanding of issues on the ground. California hosts the largest Armenian diaspora in the United States, and in 2014, the state officially recognized Karabakh as a sovereign country. Young engineers unveiled the first electric car designed and assembled in Armenia at the 13th annual Digitech Expo in Yerevan. The expo features the latest innovations coming out of Armenia's tech sector. The electric car is just one of many developments aimed at establishing Armenia as a regional hub for engineering and IT. The Armenian government is seeking bright young minds from Armenia and the diaspora to help shape the country's development. The project, called the Young Experts Scheme, launched this week with support from the European Union delegation in Armenia. Alexander Khachaturian, director of the Center for Strategic Studies, the government think tank that's leading the project, said participants will work with top government officials to implement key reforms in education, tourism, healthcare, and other sectors.
The range is wide, and we hope that this will sort of catalyze the interest of both young experts in Armenia and outside from diaspora to come join us in this effort.
Moving on to highlights from CivilNet's reporting this week. Armenia and Germany celebrated 25 years of diplomatic relations. Germany is one of Armenia's largest trade partners and a leading provider of institutional support. German ambassador to Armenia, Matthias Kiesler, talks with CivilNet about the delegation's past accomplishments and goals moving forward. He stresses the importance of clamping down on corruption and improving the business climate in Armenia.
There's more willingness now, there's more analysis, there's more structural approach to change the economic climate here, the framework, and not neglecting the sensitive points like corruption, for example.
Ünal Çevikuz, a veteran Turkish diplomat and one of the authors of the 2009 Armenian-Turkish protocols, says a closed border between Armenia and Turkey is contradictory to developments in international politics. Çevikuz participated in a conference dedicated to Armenian-Turkish relations held at Yerevan State University. He suggests that French President Emmanuel Macron, given his growing role in Europe, may initiate new dialogue between Armenia and Turkey. One man is preserving the past through a vast collection of Soviet-era objects. Photographer Haik Bianjian wants to open a museum that will immerse people in the details of Soviet life.
Սովետական միությունը փակ երկիր է շատ եղել ու շատերի ամբողջ աշխարհի մոտ հանելուկ ա եղել ոնց է ապրում սովետական ամեն ինչը ոնց է մազը կտրել չգիտեմ ոնց է որտեղ է հաց կերել ինչով է ասած ժամանակը ստացել հիմա այդ ամեն ինչը մենք փորձում ենք բացել լավ է եղել վատ է եղել դա թող ոնց որ ասած քաղաքական գործիչները կամ մենք ասում ենք սա ոչ մի քաղաքական նախագիծ չի սա հիշողության վերականգնող նախագիծ է.
Now, here are your weekly Smart Stats Wine Edition. Wine lovers enjoyed a day of drinking and feasting at the annual Arani Wine Festival in Arani Village. Wine has become one of the most exciting industries in Armenia, with growth increasing steadily each year. In 2016, Armenia produced 7.5 million liters of wine. This is a 14% production increase from the previous year. Export of wine also increased by 16% compared to 2015. Overall, exports have increased by 5 times over 10 years. And there are more than 200 locally produced wine varieties. That's it for the Week in Armenia. I'm Maral Tavitian, and thank you for watching CivilNet.